बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सर। इसके बाद ये सतर्कता जागरूकता सप्ताह का जो उद्देश्य है वो बताने के लिए मैं आमंत्रित करती हूँ हमारे CVO सर श्री सुनील अरोड़ा जी से। सर आपके उद्बोधन से हमें मार्गदर्शन करें।
Respected Chief Guest of the day, Honorable Upayukt Shri Sanjay Bhatia ji, Dhingra ji, Zonal Manager of our Mumbai Zone, and all my dear colleagues from Central Bank of India. We popularly call ourselves Dear Centralites. So we welcome all of you this morning for this program, which is organized to commemorate the event of Vigilance Awareness Week that is being observed in the entire country, bank not being an exception to that. We hold a lot of outreach activities during this 3-month-long campaign. And as it happens every year, we have conducted more than 500 outreach activities across the country with the cooperation of all our zones, regions, and the entire staff. And during this period, not only the staff, but I must say, and my compliments to the entire each and every team member of Central Bank, the families of the staff members have also participated in great number. That's a huge cause of satisfaction for all of us. So that shows that all of us are integrally connected with the development of the bank in a holistic way. Not only the staff members, but the families also have contributed in this in this great event. As our program anchor was reading about the great resume of our honorable guest for the day, I could not fail to hide my awe. We have a proud privilege to welcome our chief guest, Honorable Upayukt ji, Shri Sanjay Bhatia ji, on this occasion. Sir, we are really honored to have your presence here on this day. And let me tell you, as it was made known to us, he does not need any introduction to this August group, especially since most of the people in this hall are from Maharashtra. He had a distinguished public service in the state of Maharashtra, holding different coveted positions where he has left his indelible mark over a period of almost 4 decades of dedicated public service in this state of Maharashtra. In fact, the Maharashtra was the first state in the country to have implemented this office of Lokayukt, right, way back in 1972. When even the office of Lokpal was started much later. So that is the involvement of people, the commitment of the state for transparency in the public administration. And our honorable guest for the day has not only left a mark in the public service, in the public administration, but he has also been a great motivator for the society as a whole through his public discourses on healing meditation or a heartful meditation. In the present world of stressful environment where we are always competing against each other to keep our foot on the toes of other and cross each other, yoga and meditation are two traditional techniques which help us to bring order in our life and bring a balance in our life so that we can contribute to the welfare of the society also, which has allowed us to showcase our talents, to develop our talents for the collective welfare of all of us. And that is the concept of Vigilance Awareness Week. This time the Vigilance Awareness Week, the Central Business Commission has given the theme of say no to corruption, commit to the nation. That indicates, that underlines that corruption is a serious issue, serious obstacle in the development of the country. It is a social evil all of us acknowledge, but more than a social evil, it also affects the overall development of the economy, development of the country. In the way that It creates leakage in the value chain, lowers down the national income, lowers down the satisfaction index of the people, encourages unethical, unhealthy practices, makes few people rich at the cost of the others, at the cost of many poor people. So, unethically distributes the value in the system or the wealth in the system in favor of very few at the cost of many others. So it breeds a lot of social inequalities. And we can fight unitedly against corruption only by coming together and spreading the awareness about corruption amongst the general masses. That has been the objective of our activities during this 3 months program. And the most effective way to spread awareness about corruption is to educate the people, to educate ourselves and educate the people. And let me tell you, this has never been so easy as in the current times. In fact, for the last 20 years, the entire world and our country in specific has seen multiplethorial increase in the level of technology in the daily life, especially the smartphones. I must say the technology and the smartphone, mobile phone technology is a great leveler which have brought rich and the poor alike on the same platform. So every information is available without any discrimination to every person of the society, whether he is rich or poor. So this information at our fingertips helps us to know the system and procedures, the processes which are involved in our public administration, in the banks, especially in the banks. When we are from the bank, let me tell you, the degree of corruption in a society is inversely proportional to the level of transparency in the public administration. As far as the banks are concerned, we have been very transparent in our system and processes, not now, but right from the days we started our branch expansion. Banks were the first public institution to go in a long way to get a mass outreach with the public by opening large number of branches across the country. We have more than 1 lakh or 70,000 branches across the country, but still we have not been able to reach each and every person of the country. Though in terms of number of accounts, we have almost equal number of accounts as the population of this country, but still there are many corners of the country where we have not been able to reach out. And that is the effort, we are making the effort in this direction to spread the message about banking, about the rights of the people to far and wide, so that people know their rights, they know their obligations, so they can not get swayed by any unscrupulous elements in the process who used to hold, I would say, who used to wield large powers in the country land especially. We had seen people, I remember when I was a kid, I had seen person sitting outside the post office who used to fill money order form of people coming to the post office at a price of say 1 rupee, 2 rupee or 5 rupees. Those days 2 rupee had a great value. We had seen such similar scenes outside the bank branches also. But now we have provided these services to every citizen of the country free of cost through the means of BC channel CSP points. We may not have our branches everywhere, but we have CSPs who are representing the banks in every corner of the country. That has been the power of reach of the banking sector. And we have made every effort possible to bring about transparency in our conduct. Like if you go to the branches, everybody knows the banking business, what are their rights, what are their obligations, how are they supposed to conduct banking business in the branches. And in case it is not known, there are a lot of helpline numbers which are available in the branches, and people are using these helpline numbers quite frequently. Let me tell you, we are receiving in Central Bank of India more than 3,000 complaints every month. That shows the degree of involvement or engagement of the people with the bank. And all these complaints, they're not very major complaints, but complaints of very small issues where the people have a difficulty in understanding the things. And those complaints are resolved within a span of 1 or 2 days. That is the degree of commitment of the bank displayed to the public. So we have been making every possible effort to spread the awareness about keeping aware the members of the public about the right, about the system and processes. And as far as the banks is concerned, we have used technology to a very great extent. It's a great enabler in making available the services to the last mile connectivity to the last member of the public. All banks have mobile banking facilities where people don't even have to go to the branches. They can use, they can acquire, or they can conduct entire banking business sitting at their home through their mobile. And the system of grievance addressal is also very, very effective and very easy to understand. So that is the commitment of the banks. And we have lived up to our commitments, not only in extending the reach of a business, but also doing the business with a lot of responsibility. So that is our message to the field, to the public, to our own staff, to spread awareness about corruption, evils of corruption, and educate our customers about their rights. Extensively use the mobile, which is available with everybody these days, to know the latest products, services, processes, systems of various public institutions. Now, for the last 20 years, as I was talking about, government has made available almost every service at very reasonable price or free of cost to the members of public. Be it, I think there are more than 108, 110 services which are available through the Public Utility Services portal of the various state governments and central government. That is the level of transparency. When the transparency increases, obviously there is no need for corruption. But we have to be aware of our rights, then only we can fight against the corruption. It is a common fight, we can fight all together. It's a collective effort which goes to eradicate corruption from society. And as we stand today, India is the 5th largest economy, and we all strive together to bring it to the 3rd largest economy in very next 1 or 2 years, and eventually to the top of the world, number 1 in the entire world. So with that, I would not stand between, I know you are eagerly awaiting to listen to our esteemed and honorable guest today, so I won't stand in between for very long. So I would request our esteemed guest, Honorable Shri Sanjay Bhatia ji, sorry. Okay. So before that, we'll display a small video that we have prepared on the various activities that we conducted during this 3-month-long program. So thank you very much, and all the best to all of you. Thank you.